Hello and welcome to Not a Gamer Gaming. This is Genosis and welcome to a new series I'm starting up all by my lonesome. And it is a archer series, which means we can't use guns. We got to do the pow and shooty thing. We're going to be using bows and arrows and compound bows and all that stuff. Exclusively no guns whatsoever. So I'm still going to think of a name for the series. Maybe, well, Hawkeye or Archer or something like that. I'll think of something cool. We'll see. Anyways, that is what the idea we're doing here. I'm going to play by myself. I'm not setting any restrictions other than that. Just no guns. So, and primary weapon will be arrows. I think I might allow myself to use like knives and stuff like that. Just kind of go with the same motif because I want to be able to, hit something. But we're going to go with that. So I'm going to finish my starter quest and maybe get that started before going any further. So just bear with me while I do that. Okay, starter quests are done, and I was just kind of running around looking for feathers because that's going to be a big problem. And I happened upon a boar, which will give us another solution to our problem. What happens if I run out of arrows? Well, I'm going to allow myself knives. So I wanted to have something because arrows are going to eventually run out, and what do you expect to do? Just run? No, I'm gonna knife the bitch. Yeah, so I'm gonna use bows and arrows, and as a backup when I'm out of ammo, I got a knife. So that's all down the agility tree. So you could almost call this an agility playthrough, but I am not allowing myself any guns. So that's no pistols or magnums as what you would find in an agility build. So I am heading towards my trader. Now, the kind of the reason this series came about is, I have some more free time. As many others affected by this COVID-19 business, is that I have some extra time. I'm not working as much as I'd like, and in the meantime, I have some days to myself. So I'm going to do some recordings. Wifey is going to help with the editing, and I'm just going to keep this series running. As long as it's interesting, as long as you guys like to see it, or willing to do it, then here we are. We're going to do a complete Archer playthrough and see how far that will get you. If it gets you to end game, like can you take out demolishers with bows and arrows and think to survive? What kind of base would look like? So that is the challenge we need to do. So I'm going to talk to Bob here, and then, wow, I'm going to find somewhere to loot. Okay, all done at the trader. I looted everything worth looting in there. I tried to pick his lock gun safe behind him, but alas, I only had a few lock picks, and that was insufficient. All right, first things first, let's take a look at what we got. We have a forge schematic. That is a great start. I'm just going to learn all of the books. I know this... Actually, no, this will help. If I do find a magnum, I can't shoot it, but I can sure get a better deal. So let's just kind of jump around some of the stuff. I don't need a club because I'm not doing that. I'll lay claim to a place in a moment here. So yeah, that's a pretty good start. I got some honey banged out of a stump earlier. So I think we're good. There's a pig there. I think, is that a pig? I saw a pig. I did. Okay, so I did put some points in archery, but now I need more arrows. So that's going to be a constant struggle, getting enough darn feathers to satiate my need for arrows, at least until we get steel, and then I can start using polymer. So let's see if we can get a little piggy here. Oh, okay. We gotta fight. Come on. One more hit, maybe. Oh, you bitch. Yeah. Okay, that obviously could have been worse. So, a couple hits, no bleeding, thankfully. So let's skin this, and something to note. This is a nitrogen map. So this is not Navigating, this is not a vanilla random gen, but this will have all of our POIs, and that's gonna be fun. So the map's a little different. It's a little, you may notice it's got some modifications into it, but it's nothing too serious. It's basically just a standard nitrogen map with most of the defaults. So let's see if we can get... Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, I'm going to head back to town over here. I've started in that direction. And let's pick a... Yeah, pick a couple POIs. Actually, we probably should even focus on a place to live first. So then I have to decide... am I going to take a POI over? Am I just going to build somewheres? I'm going to pick a place to loot for now, get some basic supplies, and then we'll make those decisions as we go. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to take this place. Now, two things. One, it's a gas station, which I think in my last playthrough I had on the channel, I had a little gas station on the side of the road. That was my place to live. So it kind of feels appropriate, and I like it. I could possibly turn this into some kind of a horde base, and we are as close as you get to a trader. So, yeah, I think I can make this work. So let me just go ahead and dump as much stuff here as I don't need in there immediately. We'll get up storage and all that business set up in a moment, and I'll claim it as well later. Yeah, I'm sure that's all we need. So I did put a point into Hidden Strike. Where are we? Hidden Strike. So I may want to consider doing sneaking as well. As with arrows, you don't get a lot of, a lot of mobility with that. You gotta pick your shots, and you can't run around. There we go. Yeah, you can't run around and start blasting off a gun and just take down a whole room, just all by, tossing arrows around the place like you can with a gun. Shish. So, yeah, we're going to have to be a little more careful. So this might also end up being some kind of a stealth build. So we're looking forward to getting those perks. I don't have to bother with that anymore. Yeah, so maybe kind of a pseudo-stealth build as well, even though the arrows seem to be doing their job. And we're done. Not bad. Now, the trick this arrow business is going to be timing and knowing about the zombies' animations. Oh, cool. I didn't even know about that. Neat. All right, so let's see what we've got for loot. Yeah, leather. You know what? I think, wow, that's actually pretty good leather. Huh. Neat-o, daddy-o. All right, so, okay, so let's figure out a good place to set up some storage. Maybe one of these storerooms would be good. I got some looting to do as well. And then once I got storage figured out, get my stuff unloaded, and I might have enough time to get a couple POIs done in the area before the day gets too long. So let's, I'm going to go pilfer this place and see what goodies I have here at home, and start getting some storage set up before we head on out and see what other adventures we can have. Ow, 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 ow. God damn it. Oh, you bled to death. Huh. Okay, well, I almost got killed by that biker there. Ran out of arrows. Well, I had one left, because I took one out of him. And I had the knife him to death. So, wow, this is going to be kind of a challenge in the beginning. So let's take a look at some of the loot we got here. We now know how to make pumpkin pie. Aloe vera seed, which is great. Metal Mike Spike mod, which will not help us. Lucky Looter book for medical supplies. I can make oil. I got a second forge schematic I can sell. I got an iron pickaxe, but too bad. I got a steel pickaxe, motherfucker. Chainsaw. Yeah, I've also found a chainsaw. So this stuff was pretty good. I cannot complain. Actually, I may want to take that. I cannot complain about the loot that I've received. So let's just kind of toss all of the stuff in here. I won't need any of you. I'll keep the pain pills on me, that in case I need more bandages. I don't think I have any more feathers. Wow, okay, this is going to be rough. So I may have to stick with knifing for a little bit until I get some more arrows going on. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can get another POI done before the end of the day. I will do the storage system throughout the night. In the meantime, I'm going to go spend a couple minutes looking for feathers, because this will be my life. And then I will grab a nearby POI and do some clearing. and yeah, see how much that we can get done today. Alright, let's get started on our first POI. I spent a couple minutes and made as many arrows as I could. I now have a level 2 primitive bow, which is great, so we can possibly get... Oh man, this is going to take me some time to get used to it. The primitive bow, not a fan. And yeah, this is going to take some time. So let's get this place killed out and hopefully find some decent stuff to start off our day. Oh god, this is going to take so long. Oh, Nelly, that was rough. I've killed 4 zombies with like a couple arrows and a bone knife. Not recommended. Yeah, I need some better gear. Hopefully I find some at the end of this place. Now to survive the last few zombies. Oh, thank crap. We're done with 1 arrow left. Let's find some goodies in here. Okay, could be worse. I got some other stuff, some stuff to sell. Can't use any of that stuff because I'm committing to knives and arrows. All I can really hope for is a couple leftover goodies in the house, and this will likely end up being possibly the last POI that we do. Now I do have an infection, but I do have some honey back at home, so I'm not too concerned. An anvil, okay, that will actually be quite handy with the forge I intend on making. All right, so let's go ahead and try to pick any of the goodies from this place. Oh, look at that. Bam. No infection, sir. All right, yeah, so let's pick off the last bit of the goodies and go and load back at home and see if there's anything at all. Oh, that's handy. Anything at all to do the end of the night. Okay, it's getting a bit late, but I might still have a couple hours to play with. We'll see. Now, something I kind of decided on through the POI is that when I ran out of arrows, I was kind of messed up. So, what perk do you need to craft? Okay, I guess I'm going in the deep cuts, so I can craft better knives. Power attacks and bleeding and unlocks knife crafting. That is probably going to be the way I'll need to go. So let me go ahead and do that, and then make myself a better bone knife. So we relied a lot on the knife when the arrows ran out. So that's going to have to be what we're going to do. Okay, so we got that. I still only have 1 flip-in arrow. I don't even know how this is going to work. I need to find feathers. I like a lot of feathers. And I also have to pay special attention to picking up polymer as well, because once I get to the stage I can craft steel arrows. Feathers are in the past, but polymer will be the new order of things. So I'll have to pay special attention to that. So that's, breaking up a lot of, what do you call those, storage boxes and all kinds of things that you get polymer from when you hit them. So yeah, we'll pay special attention to that. So we'll probably have time to maybe clear out the church. Yeah, let's do the church. Doesn't look like it has any graveyards, unfortunately, so I can get the ammo that I'm not able to use. Ooh, wire tool. Though you can get arrows in those ammo caches, so that might be helpful. Well, it looks like we already have the locals woken up. So let's clear out these buttholes and see if there's anything worthwhile in here. You know, the knife didn't do that bad. It's the bleeding effect you don't tend to take into account. But once you stab him a couple times and the bleed effects stack, like, let's take a quick look at this. Agility, deep cuts. So you can inflict up to 3 bleeding wounds on an enemy on a power attack, inflicting 2. So if you start off on a power attack and stab it once, you got your maximum bleed damage. Each attack refreshes the duration on bleeding. Enemies run 10% slower while bleeding. Unlocks knife crafting. So that's something I've never really considered in a playthrough. So I'm kind of happy for this. There's going to be a bit of a struggle with ammunition and arrows and all that stuff and keeping stocked up in feathers. But between that and knives, I mean, adding knives kind of makes it a little more sustainable. Otherwise, you're really just looking for feathers all the damn time. And man, that's just, yeah. Let's, but we're going to stay primary to arrows. We're having no guns, so that's still the biggest challenge. You know, as the wife would say, pew pew to pow pows or whatever you call it. So let's try this out. Okay, let's bam in the face. Stab, stab, stab. So you have max damage. Like, listen. Yeah, she's taking damage. Bam. That's not bad. And you see how slow she was running. I mean, once you get those effects stack up, I think that actually might be pretty sustainable. So, oh yeah, there's a couple things around here I guess I probably might have missed the first time around. Alright, so I'm going to go grab this stuff, but I believe we are done for the night. I'm going to set up some storage and get all that done. But I want to thank you all for watching. We don't know how this series is going to go, but I hope that you will take the journey with me, continue watching, and I hope it is fun for everyone. So thanks again for watching. This has been Genosis with Not a Gamer Gaming, and see you next time.